Hello everyone. Today I'm at my favourite Sunderland cemetery, Mere Knolls, also known as Seaburn Cemetery. This is one of the reasons why it's my favourite cemetery. Even has a stream running down one side of it. It's got little bits of overgrown areas, as you can just see there, and then up on the hill got the Northern Cemetery Chapel. The cemetery's looking really beautiful. It's late afternoon. The bluebells are flowering. Lots of wildlife, the birds are singing. I haven't got any particular plans for this video. I've just finished work about a couple of hours ago. I had a drive over Seaburn. I thought I'll pop in here and we'll see where we go. Because no matter how many times you come here, you will never see every single headstone. Absolutely loads of midges all the way from Parking Up and Dykeland. They're everywhere. I don't know if you can see them on the camera. But I'll just go and show you some of the bluebells. They're all over the place. Now look at that. How beautiful is that? In memory of Rachel, daughter of Robert and Sarah Nevison of Carlisle, who died June the 6th, 1869. Just gently have a look behind there. Aged 21 years. Beautiful final resting place for a beloved daughter. I don't know anything about that particular family. I've never researched them. I should do. Grass has just been cut, but the central bits have been left wild. I think what we'll do is, close to the chapel there's an overgrown section which I don't think I've been in on a video. It might have been around the outside of it. But that young lass who sadly died there, Bet, if you ever check, it's always consumption, otherwise known as TB or physicis. It's known as the robber of youth in Victorian times. Millions have died, mainly. Obviously you could die of TB of any age, but the youth suffered a lot, teenagers and young adults. That's how I would go. It just, the hill descends to the Cutthroat Dean and the Seaburn, and if you walk along the path, you come out with Sunderland's training ground, the Academy of Light. Never walked that far up actually, but a few bluebells down there. Bits left to overgrow. There's two headstones standing, and there's one which sadly is broken there. There's the Northern Cemetery Chapel. Probably one of my favourite views out of any Sunderland cemetery, looking up there. The sun was out before, a couple of hours ago, but it's not back out till about 6, I don't think. I was hoping it was going to last, so I could do a nice video on the red hot sun, but a little bit cloudy. What's this one? I don't think I noticed the back of this. It's double-sided. That's Robert Waddle, who died at Middlesbrough. He was 30-year-old. And on the back there's my surname, well, 2 M's. In love and remembrance of Hannah Emerson, infant daughter of John and Hannah Waddle. She died 1879, so she must have been Hannah Emerson Waddle, 2 M's. Now this is the a little overgrown section here. Bluebells. So we'll just go through here. I'm not going to stand on any flowers because you can see the bluebells. Some of the headstones here, that one's, what a great name. In loving memory of Isabella Bell Forsyth, beloved wife of Alfred Mountain. What a cool surname. February the 5th, 1937, aged 58 years. There's probably a few headstones in there as well. This one I see, there's one reclaimed by the earth. That one's completely covered in like moss. I can feel it underneath. It's just had a little shower before. There's James Edward, the beloved husband of Miriam Sparks. We're a little bit newer, these ones, just on this bit. You can see there, look at the designs of them. 1930s. Oh, there's another Emerson, Richard W. Emerson. Everywhere Emersons. That's Matthew Cooper. Gets a bit older as we walk up there, so we'll have a look up here, because that whole section over here, the only video I did was where I did like a silent one where I just showed the camera on the edge of it. I'll get a bit older, you can see a few obelisks, so I'll have a look and see what we can find. Erected as a token of love by his surviving brothers and sisters, in memory of Joseph Michael Smith, Jr. of Mount Weymouth. In affectionate memory of William Smith, born 29th of January 1853, died 14th of March 1890, so what's that? 37, for 14 years master in employment of James Westall Esquire, ship owner of this town. Erected by his fellow masters in the employ as a mark of the affection and high esteem in which he was held by them, so a respected master mariner, ship's captain. Westall had a number of ships. And all over, there's another Smith, a few Smiths, huh? That's a very early one, John Henry Smith, that's 1860. Who's this for? George and Elizabeth Childs. Jane, their daughter, died in infancy. And then Mary Farrow, mother of the both George Charles, she died 1870. We'll go up there, just want to have a look at this one over here. There's James, I mentioned, remembers Keedy. Surname Ovington. There's a couple of Ovingtons, I think. There's one from where I'm from, near Barnard Castle, and I think there's one up Northumberland. And this is another memory of our dear son. That's W. Sir William H.R. Lord, who died May the 20th, 1908, aged just 10 years. We loved him. No tongue can tell. And this is another memory of Robert Joseph Crowder. That's a fine one. You look at that, white. Robert Joseph Crowder, leading telegraphist on HMS Dolphin in the Royal Navy. Dearly beloved and only son of Edith and stepson of John Nicholson. Accidentally drowned at Haslar Creek, Portsmouth, aged 21 years, 14th of August 1920. I think I did have a look at that one. That one, I think it was after a night out, he fell into like a dock or something. I think that might be an Edwin Smythe, judging by the lettering. Ah, the sun's coming out, That looks better, doesn't it, with the sun out? See, all this section's overgrown here. Really warm in the sun. What's that? Another memory of Elizabeth, the beloved daughter of John and Elizabeth Daly. She was 15, died October the 20th, 1899, aged just 15 years. Let's go back into the old bit. Great surname, Bosher, B-O-S-H-E-R, Bosher. Oh, look at that, in loving memory of Margaret Waugh, beloved wife of John Agnes. She died in 1903, aged 73, and it mentions David, aged 5, John, aged 9 months, Davinier, aged 5 months, Maria, aged 5 months, children of the above. So they must have died way back before this cemetery was open. Probably buried at Monk Weymouth if St Peter's Churchyard if they were from this particular area. But 1, 2, 3. Sadly common. Hopefully I can see something because the sun is shining. That's Harry. Annie, the beloved wife of Harry Havord. She died in 1901, she was just 31 years at Middlesbrough. So, but look at that. The son died on February the 2nd, 1902, aged 5 months. So 5 months back is September 1901. So she must have died in childbirth, or very close to, sadly very, around the time of, just after childbirth. And sadly, the child didn't survive, died 5 months later. Pretty sight, all the bluebells. And white, are they white bells? There's a good old Sunderland, well, Scottish name, been in Sunderland for a couple of 100 years. Camsey. Rue Castle. Margaret Brown, daughter of James Gillis and Susanna. Fine stone. See George Watson, a builder. Again, lots of Scottish names. You can see over there, a Theophilus, beloved son of David and Jane Brown. Robert Prume. A lovely stone this, look at this. Wheat. In loving memory of Jane, the beloved wife of Thomas, I think that's Page or Pace, who died September the 19th, 1870, aged 29 years. Her sun is gone down while it was yet day. These lovely buds so young and fair, something hence by early doom. Still more midges. William Watson, Master Mariner. Joseph Claxton, Master Mariner. Jobling. That tells us a stone is erected by his widow, and his name was Hutchinson Joblin, so probably Hutchinson was a family surname given to him as a maiden name. Now look at this one here. It's a fine one. Thy will be done, and that's in memory of Margaret, the beloved wife of Thomas Mowat. And this one, the stone's changed colour. An affectionate remembrance of Anne Brown, the beloved wife of James Joseph Brown, who departed this life December the, I think that's 1st, 1871, aged 66 years. Now this is definitely the Edwin Smythe Memorial, this one here. It gets everywhere. In loving memory of Jane Ann Kennedy, who departed this life December the 18th, 1871, aged 47 years. And then George, husband of the above, who departed this life 1915, aged 90 years. So he survived her by, how long was that, 29? 44 years. See, this headstone wouldn't have been there when Jane died. This is put up after George because Edwin Smythe, there's his name down there. He didn't start work till around, I think, 1910, something like that. Sinking down here. There's a few older ones up here. Because the ground isn't mown here, it's completely sinking all over. It's not maintained. And it's turned into more like moorland than grass. Oh, there's members of the Yule family, good Scottish name. Mentions are interred in Monk Wearmouth. Gonna go on to the edge up here so we can see these anyway. Where we are, just in between the two chapels. Lots of bluebells. That's where some of the great and the good are buried, in this prime position. That's a good view. All the bluebells. Alright, I'm going to end this video here, so thank you very much if you have watched it. If you do want to click on the subscribe, help grow the channel, or give it a like, please do. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.